Bank Field. Today, we've got a good Week 5 matchup in store here between the Houston Texans and the Jacksonville Jaguars. The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
Ready, set. Weapons. Hey, exit. Hey, orbit. Hit.
Lawrence going to put it up right away. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. He's got a man. Complete. Touchdown, Jaguars. Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, second year in the NFL. I don't know if last year as a rookie if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that as he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the second-year quarterback.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. First and 10 now for Mills and the Texans at their own 25-yard line. They run with a rookie from Florida, Dameon Pierce. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He'll lose a yard there, and it's second and 11. Well, this defense for the Jags, they were quite formidable in the win over Philly a week ago.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a second and 11. And Pierce gets it again on second down. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a second and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. 3rd and short yardage, Mills. And he'll find Akins there, complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. It's a gain of 3, and it gets him the first. Well, they kept it simple there, CD, only needing the short gain to move the chain, so they didn't want to go with a deep throw. They just go with that safer, shorter throw and able to convert.
Nothing wrong with that at all, partner. Check the box, right? Make sure you pick up the first down. Offense is getting established. You're moving the ball. You're not turning it over. Check.
He's got a man. Complete. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. And that looked almost to be a case of, a quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished.
And look, you're down 7-0 in the first quarter. You know it's not a time to panic or feel like you've got to get those points back right away. But how about their conviction and taking that chance to throw the ball deep right there, knowing they can hit on plays like this? I'll bet that won't be the last time we see them take a deep shot in this game.
Yeah, and the next-gen stats showing that at an even 57 yards through the air.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Again, it's Mills. It's caught left side by Cooks. He's down inside the 10 to the 8, and it comes on a gain of 8. Pierce will try to pick it up. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Dameon Pierce with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Texans are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. So they only needed a couple of feet there on 4th down, but they got more than that and then some as he takes this into the end zone.
And I love your description right there, right? 4th and short. They got that. No problem. Let's go ahead and get the rest of it. Finish it off in the end zone. Touchdown. Everyone goes away happy on that one.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
A man coming off a washout 2021. It's Travis Etienne. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Footing's definitely going to be an issue because it's tough to make those quick cuts that you're used to making on a soggy track. In fact, the Hall of Fame runner once told me, cut on your heels in this type of weather. Gives you better balance.
Hey, stop. Hurry!
On 3rd down, Lawrence. He'll get this one complete to Zay Jones. And he will have a Jaguars 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Lawrence. Looking downfield for Jones. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Now Lawrence to throw. He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Gabe's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
The Texans here on 3rd down putting an extra defender in the secondary. Again, it's Lawrence. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. The safety blitz turns out to be a great call defensively as they sack him for a loss of 9. On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. That's returnable now for Smith. A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. It just appeared there that the defense, they had that read from the moment the ball was snapped. And not only did they get the interception, add a nice return on top of it, all the way into the end zone for a defensive touchdown.
Yeah, and the guy made the play. He gets the points. It really was a group effort, wasn't it? The coaches, they've got to be so excited. All the preparation, time in the film room, it translated into a big play that put points on the board for their team.
And Smith not going to bring it out, so it's a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
From the 27, Mills. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Oh, they'll certainly be on the tablets going over that one for sure. Clearly, they were expecting something else out of the defense and couldn't adjust to make that completion happen.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Off the play fake, Mills. Completing it here to Marvin Jones. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Not the start to this one that any quarterback would want or envision. Remember, he had the pick 6, and here he ends up on his backside.
And you have to wonder to yourself, okay, after throwing the pick 6, did he get too careful with the football and not do it?
Texans football to start quarter 2, as they've got it facing a 2nd and long situation. Here's Mills. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. In motion right is Jones. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Jags will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. Now Etienne to start the drive. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Looking to throw, Lawrence. And this is incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. They'll send a receiver in motion left. Here's Lawrence. And Ingram holds it in. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpires get different responsibilities, but always, always making sure no one's holding.
Now Lawrence on 3rd and long. Looking downfield for Jones. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Here's Logan Cook now to punt this one away. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. A 39-yard punt, a return of 5. And the Texans will take over. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now. Pierce has it knocked loose, and the Jags grab it. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. And maybe that one caused by the weather. Of course, the rain coming down. Charles, can you maybe, when you're carrying that football, grip it too tight in the rain?
I think that you can, and it's such a delicate balance, too, because when you grip it so tight, sometimes it'll slip out from your body. You squeeze it too hard, and it'll pop out on its own. I've actually had running backs talk to me about that when they've tried too hard, even in perfect conditions, the ball gets away from them. They've got to find that good balance, carrying it firm.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Desmond King picks it. And the Texans are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
They run with a veteran of 8 years now. It's Melvin Gordon. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. On 2nd down, here's Pierce. 53 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
There we go.
2 minutes gone by, 2nd quarter. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
Let's go now.
On 1st and 10, Mills. Out route, he finds his man, it's Jones. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
First down by Marvin Jones Jr., and he's got over 300 of those in a career now in its 11th season. He's a guy who just plays so well season in and season out, always averages about 50 to 60 yards a game, and is well respected in the locker room. One of those players that everyone wants in their lineup and wants in their organization.
First and 10, it's Pierce.
Now that was an excellent run. See that happen? That's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
Options galore here, 2nd and a few inches. they'll go right back to Pierce. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up third down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on second down and short. What I like to say?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
Now defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Akins. There they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Well, they were in search of a short gain on third down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. Here's Pierce. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pickup.
Now Mills on the sneak, and he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Davis Mills with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Texans have cut the lead back down to 2. On for the PAT, Kaimi Fairbairn. And this time he gets it to go as it is up and good. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
He'll air this one out for Kirk. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming third down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of the momentum the other side is starting to gain.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Here's Logan Cook now as he's on to punt for Jacksonville. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down. 79 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Play fake, Mills. Throw right side into the hands of Akins. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Play action now. Mills. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Jags grab it. Past the 20. And he brings this one back. A fumble return for a Jacksonville score.
Patterson now for the extra point.
And with that, the lead is up to 8. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
Out of the end zone comes Smith.
And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
With this slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he'll just keep two hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On play action, Mills.
Eluding the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. So touchdowns on their first 2 drives, but looking like that won't be the case here.
Yeah, it looks like someone put their dukes up a little bit, doesn't it? Maybe decided to finally make a stand because those first 2 drives, they got run over. Now, finally, got their feet under them, got a little bit of balance. They're getting off the field.
On 4th down, out is the punter, Cameron Johnston, to boot it away. Jamal Agnew is deep to return it. And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
And with Lawrence's arm, they may give him a shot to let this thing rip downfield. We'll see.
Now he lets it go deep for Kirk. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. So we hit the halftime break here in Jacksonville with the Jags on top. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with the coach and our EA Sports halftime report. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half.
No run back here to begin the half, and we will start at the 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
From the 29, Mills throwing the out route incomplete. It's Jones. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And now 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Mills now looks to throw on first down. And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. It's Devin Lloyd with a pick. Tough one there. First drive of the third quarter, throwing interception, and now a chance that they could be in even a bigger hole if they can convert this into points.
Yeah, but how good do you feel if you're that defensive coordinator right now? Because you just know that the head coach looked at him and said, turn him loose, big man. And he'd be able to take a few extra chances playing with this type of a lead, and boy, it paid off.
The tackle made by Eric Murray. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Lawrence to throw. That's going to be caught by Kirk. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down. Now Lawrence. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one.
They go play action now. Lawrence.
And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the first down marker. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for third down.
The defense did its job of taking away a quick throw, but that's only half the battle because they've got to get to him before he can make a run for it. A little bit late containing him there, so he makes a nice gain out of a play that looked like it was in trouble.
And he's got him in. Calvin Ridley. Touchdown Jaguars. Calvin Ridley, a 20-yard touchdown.
And the Jaguars go up by 2 touchdowns.
Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And the lead is up to 15 now.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because
it's caught inside the 25.
And they're going to get this down inside the 20. In today's NFL, we talk about quarterbacks and their speed and accuracy, but there's still something about a guy slinging one downfield. Pierce takes it straight ahead.
And just a couple yards there down to the 17. From the 17, Mills. Got Gordon open, completes it. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
Going for it with Pierce.
And he's in. Touchdown, Houston.
Dameon Pierce
with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year.
And the Texans get a bit closer.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And this is back to an 8-point game. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Still enjoying the lead here in the third quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
And he fires one that's intercepted. Desmond King picks it.
And the Texans are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
From the 44, Mills. This is caught. It's Cooks. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20.
First down, Mills.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Josh Allen able to record his 5th sack of the season.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
Pierce now up the middle.
And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24.
Let's see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down.
Out to his left. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Philip Dorsett, a 24-yard touchdown.
And the Texans are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd.
A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
They made the decision to go for 2. They didn't get it. They remained down by 2 points. Should they have kicked it there?
Third quarter, I'm okay with it. Maybe first or second, you don't. I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, again, I keep coming back to I don't like to chase a lot of points, but I also don't know what kicking an extra point being down 1 does for me.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Now, they've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. The passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
Coming up on 2nd and 7.
Hey, exit. Let's go.
Lawrence will throw.
Looking left sideline, incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And that's caught inside the 35.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send him back to the drawing board.
On 2nd down, a run with Etienne.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it, because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
On 3rd down, Lawrence.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Desmond King picks it. Uses the stiff arm. Yes, folks, that is his third interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around the defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Ball at the 9 on 2nd and 8. And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down.
And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line.
117 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Some good strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
And this offense on 3rd down today, 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Caught on the right side by Dorsett. Touchdown! Philip Dorsett. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Texans have taken a 4th quarter lead.
Fairbairn good with the extra point. And the lead is up to 5. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
And no return here for Agnew, so they'll bring it out, start the drive at the 25.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
Now, the bad news for them, they've seen that cushion they once had totally evaporate, and they're working from behind. The good news, they now have the opportunity to regain the lead right back.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Steven Nelson.
And the Texans are going to take possession of the football.
Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the 4th quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, 4th quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. Another carry for Pierce.
And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown.
Damian Pierce.
A 21-yard touchdown run.
And the Texans look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit.
Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And now here is another interception.
Derek Stingley picks it. And the Texans are going to take possession of the football.
And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
Now a handoff for Pierce.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down.
And some space here. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
164 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
A 1st down throw for Mills.
Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down.
Mills.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need.
Picked off by Tyson Campbell. And the Jaguars are right back in this football game. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up 1st and 10.
At their own 16.
Hey, high 7.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. This is caught. It's Kirk. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A good pickup there, 21 yards. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive.
On play action, Lawrence.
Man open, here is Jones. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
It's another 1st down as this time they get an even 20. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. He'll connect on the out route with Ingram.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Hey, Alpha.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
He targets Ingram for another grab.
And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. So 8 yards on the completion there, and that'll bring up a 2nd down and just a couple. And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Derek Stingley picks it.
He's at the 50, the 30, 10, 5, and they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD.
Well, partner, this defense now with multiple interceptions in this game, but this time they say turnabout is fair play because, remember, they had a pick 6 on the other side, and now they get a pick 6 of their own.
Yeah, they actually added to some of their nice play throughout this ball game. A good effort by them to secure another interception on this one. A better effort to take it all the way back for 6. And how about an exceptional effort to match their opposition's pick 6 from earlier in this game?
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. They'll get 34 yards there.
That's good for the Jaguars. First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
And now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
On first down, Lawrence.
Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack.
Multiple defenders getting home there for a loss of 11.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Completes it to Evan Ingram. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 27-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
On first and 10, it's Lawrence. And boy, another ill-advised throw there as that will wind up incomplete. We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Able to find Pryor. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. That one goes for 24 yards.
A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
One more time with ETN.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Now one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end.
And as this defense...
When the members on and get it going Donkey Kong, they got the hand dollar, will you give a dog a bone? I'm like, oh no, you gotta get it on your own. They get an attitude, I'm like, you better check your tone. They ain't got no job, need someone to take her home. I hop up in the car, whip like Indiana Jones. Going George Lucas, now I'm out here killing clones. Coming in strong like, tear down, tear down, tear down, tear down, tear down. Boosted up my cardio, I used to get to run around. I've been doing this since I had to work at mama house. Tear down, tear down. kill the king, like shit, wanna take the crown. I can see through it like a stomach with a other sign. When I hit the gas, I be going like 100 miles. They be getting tired, running out like 100 house. All up in my business, real nose like a bloodhound. I'ma throw 'em off like I'm standing on a picture mound. All they do is look at Instagram while they sit around. Hate me in real life, but you liking pictures now. Oh, everybody acting different now. Finally trying to see what I be on. Got a different style, they be at the brand new when they know I've been around. Got a fake smile on your face cause you been inclined. I can say a lot, but I'm not. Gotta keep it down, making sure nobody drown. I'm my brother, keep it now. Mike Jack hit me up and said I gotta beat it down. Turn me up when I'm on your speaker